All right, here we go. Yeah, so as mentioned, I'm here today representing BLC Spain, which stands for Business and Language College Spain. We are located in Madrid. And as you can probably guess from our name, all of our courses have to do with business, marketing, and then we also have courses that are in language learning or in language teacher training as well. So today I'll give you a bit of an overview about the courses we offer and kind of who we are as a school. So first off, we are located in Madrid. Madrid is a wonderful place to study abroad. In fact, it's the #1 student city in Spain for international students to come over and study. And I believe it's one of the top 10 cities in the EU as well. So what that means is there's a ton of other international students here. It's a really warm and welcoming, very rich and diverse place. And really, there's kind of something for everyone in Madrid. It's a great place to kind of come and get started and carve out your corner of the city. Also, because it's the capital of Spain, it's a really great destination for business education specifically. There are tons, nowadays in 2025, there's tons of international companies that have headquarters here. And it's just a very quick moving, very good, rich. Okay, moving on to some of our core values or some of our core beliefs as a school at BLC Spain. These are some things that really shape who we are, the courses we offer, and kind of the overall experience for a BLC Spain student. So first off, we believe that higher education should be practical and student-centered. And what that looks like is that we don't offer any kind of one-size-fits-all type of exam or project or assignment. Our instructors are really flexible and really just want you to show understanding and mastery in whatever way works for you. And another thing that's really important to us is the idea of bilingualism or making an effort to learn a second language, especially in Spain. Spanish is a really, really widely spoken, really useful language to have. And it's something that, especially if you want to work in Spain or elsewhere in the EU, or really in any kind of Spanish-speaking market, it's really important to have a good understanding and a good competence with Spanish. So Spanish language instruction is built into every single one of our courses, even though the courses are predominantly led in English. Here you can see some of our accreditations and partners. So our partner university is Universidad Europea del Atlántico, UNAtlántico. Essentially, they are the university that accredits our programs. The degrees come in their name. They're a private university here in Spain. Then we also have accreditation from EAGEA and TQ UK. And the Spanish classes through LAI Madrid, which is our Spanish school, are accredited by Instituto Cervantes. All right, now we're going to go kind of one by one about each of the business and marketing programs that we offer. I'll give you quite a high-level overview, but of course, there's tons more information on our website. If you want to know more, if you have any questions, I'll leave contact so you can get in touch. Starting with our undergraduate programs. So there are currently 3 undergraduate programs that we offer. They all follow the same exact structure. So they're 4 years in duration, and you'll finish completing 240 ECTS credits, and there's 2 semesters per year. First semester generally is from September to January, and second semester is from January to June. Again, as I mentioned, there's Spanish instruction built into all of our courses, but all of the business content or the degree content is led in English. So your instructors will speak English, your materials will be in English, your assignments will be turned in English, which obviously means we need our students to be really comfortable and have quite a strong level of English. We require a B2 level of English just to make sure that students can be successful and keep up with the coursework. And then the way that Spanish comes into play is it's a full-time program. It's about 30 hours of instruction per week, 20 hours of coursework you'll spend in your business classes, and then 10 hours per week you'll go into a Spanish language class where you'll be learning Spanish. We don't require any Spanish levels to start. We'll give you a level test and you'll kind of just come in and pick up from wherever you left off, whether you're a beginner or have learned Spanish a bit before. So here you can see the 3 degrees, the 3 titles that we offer at the undergraduate level. They're all kind of under the same umbrella industry or umbrella field of study, which is International Business Management with Spanish. And then they all have a specialization, which is where they kind of start to divert off and become more specific. So here, I obviously won't go into every single one of these classes, but this is the kind of breakdown and overview of the 4-year program for our first degree, which is the specialization in global markets. So for all 3 of the undergraduate degrees, we have what we call 2 foundation years, which means that years 1 and year 2 are the same across all 3 programs. And the idea is that in those first 2 years, you're building a foundation, you're getting to know, the basics of business, really important fundamental concepts like marketing, like econ, operations, And then from year 3, that's when the specialization comes in and you start to learn more specific, more focused content. So here in this degree, you can see from year 3, you start to move in to things like global marketing, like multinational corporations, international communications, things like that, that would really prepare you to step into a role in a global or international company after graduating. Our next undergraduate degree is the degree with a specialization in digital entrepreneurship. So same thing here, years 1 and 2 are the same content, those foundation years. And then in this degree from year 3, you start to dive into things like startup strategies, UX, UI design, digital transformation tools, a little bit of AI as well. You'll be going over here. So this degree is a really great option for anyone who maybe sees themselves launching their own company or wants to work kind of anywhere in the startup ecosystem, which we know in 2025 is a large and growing field to be in. And finally, at the undergraduate level, we have our degree with a specialization in digital marketing and communication. Same first 2 foundation years here. And then here from year 3, you start diving into things like AI marketing tools, consumer behavior, consumer psychology, brand management, really specific things at the level of marketing. So this degree is great. Marketing is everywhere. Every company has marketing built into it. And again, we're living in quite a digital era. So this degree is a really, really relevant and useful kind of forward-thinking degree that would be great for anyone who wants to work in marketing or advertising or brand consulting. This would put you in really good shape. Okay, so that concludes our undergraduate programs. Now, same thing, we'll go through our master's programs. We have 3 master's programs currently that we offer. Again, they all follow the same structure. They're 1 year in duration. You're awarded 60 ECTS credits after finishing the program. Very similar breakdown in terms of time commitment. It's a full-time program, about 30 hours of instruction per week, sometimes a bit lighter than that, usually not more. It is a full-time program, so generally students aren't expected to work, but certainly it's kind of up to each person to decide how much they can handle. And we do have many students that work part-time jobs in the evenings or in their free time. So it's definitely doable, but do keep in mind that it's not meant or designed to be a working program. They are all full-time programs. Same breakdown of the English, Spanish. So about 20 hours per week, you'll spend in your business or marketing coursework, all instructed in English. And then you'll have 10 hours per week of Spanish language classes at whatever level you're coming in at. So our 3 master's degrees are in digital marketing with AI and Spanish. Oops, sorry. Then we have business administration and Spanish, which we call our MBAS. And finally, we have our master in digital entrepreneurship and Spanish. So again, here's the breakdown of all of the coursework, all of the curriculum in our master's and digital marketing with AI and Spanish. So I think the really unique thing about this degree is the use of AI. Basically, you're learning about AI tools the entire time. You're working with marketing professionals who are our instructors, and they share a lot about how they use AI in their day-to-day life and how it makes their life easier. And you get to dive really deep into, really specific and useful tools of how to use AI in the digital marketing space. So this is a really great option for anyone who's maybe already a marketing professional and is looking to just kind of take their knowledge a bit deeper, get more kind of forward-thinking skills with the use of AI, or for a business owner who might be looking to upskill and kind of stay ahead. The second of our master's degrees is our MBAS, our Master's in Business Administration with Spanish. So this degree is really meant to leave you with a really well-rounded, comprehensive business education at all levels. So you're covering all sorts of things, like from accounting to operations to econ to even AI in business. Again, we love to add AI wherever possible. And the idea is that this is a great degree for anyone who would like to move into leadership, move into management in a business, and just kind of move forward business in Spanish-speaking spaces, ideally. And the last of our masters is our master's in digital entrepreneurship with Spanish. Here again is a breakdown of how the year and the semesters pan out. So in this course, you'll learn everything from startup financing, startup scaling, digital business models, and again, go quite specifically into AI tools and how those can be of help. So this is a great option for current business owners or aspiring business owners, or really anyone who would like to move their business into a digital space. All right, so those are all of the courses. Now talking a little bit more specifically about the admissions requirements for each one, and the fees at each level. So for undergraduate courses, we require proof of completion of secondary education, or whatever that looks like in your country. Whatever you have, we'll take it with your transcripts and records, and we'll evaluate it. And again, as I mentioned, because the courses are led in English, you need to have at least a B2 level of English. We'll take any official language proficiency certification. If you don't have one, you can talk to us throughout the process, and we'll let you know what you need to have. The application process is quite straightforward. You just need to put your documents online on our application form with your educational history and records, 2 letters of recommendation in English, and then we ask for a 300-word answer to a business case study, which we also provide the instructions for as well. You can see here the fees for our undergraduate programs are 10,400 euro per year, which breaks down to 5,200 euro per semester. Okay, same thing for the master's level, really similar process in terms of application requirements, admission, all of that. The only real difference here, of course, is that at the master's level, we need you to have completed a bachelor's degree or equivalent. So we would ask for your diploma and academic transcripts from your undergraduate education. The fees for our master's programs are 9,200 euro per year. These are generally paid in 2 installments, one at the time of enrollment, and the remaining balance is generally due 1 month before the course starts. I don't know if I mentioned, our master's degrees have 2 cohorts per year, one in September and one in January. Okay, and then moving on briefly to scholarships. Scholarships really kind of come up as opportunities arise. They're on a rolling basis and change all the time. And we also like to keep student needs in mind when we're thinking of scholarships. But we are happy to offer a 10% scholarship to any of you attendees who would be interested in applying for any of our master's degrees for September of 2025. It changes a bit for undergraduate as to what we can offer. Again, it's case by case, so we encourage you to get in touch. But for you to have in mind, generally undergrad scholarships can go up to 20% reduced tuition. And then another thing, not scholarship related, that I wanted to mention, but an important thing to keep in mind when you're thinking about where to study abroad, is not just the cost of the program itself or the cost of the school itself, but what it takes to live there, and to make sure you can set yourself up for success in a place like Madrid. So when international students are applying for a study visa, the Extranjería, or the government, requires them to show proof of funds of 700 euro per month of stay in Madrid. Realistically, we say that the expenses, kind of the basic life in Madrid, you'd want to have about 850 to 1,000 euro, because again, they're not meant for people to be working. So you wouldn't expect to be having an income during the program, and want to make sure you can come over with enough resources to, enjoy your time here and not have to worry about costs. Very quickly to mention, if business or marketing isn't for you, if those don't catch your eye, of course, that's a big focus of our school, but we do have a few other program options. We have a year-long Spanish program for students to learn only Spanish. And then we also have a program for native or near native English speakers who are looking to get some training in English teacher certification. So here's some information for you here. I'm sure this will be shared. If either of those catch your eye, you have the contact addresses below for more information about those 2 programs. And last but not least, I wanted to touch a bit on the student services or the experience that we offer to our students. We are quite a small boutique school, and what that means is that we're able to have really personalized relationships with our students, and just really get to know them and what they need, whether it's academic or otherwise. So because our cohorts are small, you get to know our team really well, and we can help. This list is not exhaustive. We can help with a lot more than this. But some of the things that we can help with are things like legal guidance, visa support, both pre and post arrival in Spain. We're always looking and sending out tons of social and cultural events for you to kind of get to know Madrid a bit better and find your tribe, find your community here. Same goes for career and networking. We put on events of our own when it comes to professional development, things like improving your LinkedIn profile, fixing your resume, all sorts of things like that to help you go out into the job market later on. And then anything in general, just kind of overall, how are you doing? Are you settled in Madrid? Have you found an apartment? Do you have a bank account? Do you have a Spanish phone number? All of those things we're happy to help with as well. And we know that, just because you're maybe settled in month 2 doesn't mean that nothing can come up later on. So we like to have a really open, personalized relationship with each of our students. so that they can, feel comfortable throughout their whole time in Madrid. We know that leaving your home country is scary, so we're here to help.